So we are West Georgia Consulting. My name is Michael Agori, and I'm the current president. I graduated from the University of West Georgia in 1999 with a management and marketing degree. And this, at my time at the University of West Georgia, is where I met my fellow business associates.
Hey everybody, my name is Mario Salazar. I graduated from the University of West Georgia in 1999 also. I have a finance and accounting degree.
My name is Lana Brumlow, and I graduated from the University of West Georgia in 1999 with a degree in management.
I'm Michael Saunders. I also graduated from the University of West Georgia in 1999 with a bachelor's in accounting.
I'm Victoria Collier. I graduated from West Georgia in 1999 with a degree in math communications.
And with our slogan, when we say, if you don't succeed, neither do we mean it because your success proves that we've done our job effectively, and we take pride in making your company successful.
Alright guys, I'm going to give you guys a little more information about our background and our values. We were established here in the year 2000, right after we graduated in Carrollton, Georgia. As you guys can see, our name, West Georgia Consulting, came from basically because we all graduated from West Georgia. It was the easiest thing that came to our mind when we first started the company. We started the company because we felt like there was many local businesses in the area that weren't operating to their full potential. So we took it amongst ourselves to help them out and give them professional guidance. Some of the values that we held are to be trustworthy and honest. We like to be trustworthy with our customers because we want them to feel like they can, so that they can trust us by us being honest with them. Some of the components that we feel that make our company the most successful is the communication that we have amongst ourselves and our clients. With that communication, the communication helps build a strong relationship with our clients and amongst ourselves as well. A strong relationship then builds a sense of credibility with the other companies and clients that we will have in the future. In 2008, we were recognized as the best consulting firm in the northeastern Atlanta area. Some of the companies that we have worked for are Deloitte, KPMG, Ernst & Young, Price Waterhouse, Coopers, and UGA, and Georgia State University. And also, we have been recognized for the past 3 years to be the most prestigious consulting firm. And now I'll pass it off to Elena.
Alright, West Georgia Consulting is here today because y'all need help communicating better. We are more than ready to help. As Mario mentioned, we have helped the University of Georgia, Ernst & Young, Georgia State University, and KPMG. We've just helped how they communicate. Here's a breakdown of all of our clients from the past 16 years. Out of all of our clients, 24% have been universities, 56% are publicly traded corporations, 17% small businesses, and 3% other. Out of all the universities, we have had a 100% satisfaction rate. That means that out of all the universities that we have advised, they've all been very happy. And 90% with publicly traded corporations, 85% with small businesses, and other 100%. So overall, everyone is very pleased with our services. The main problem that we have is admissions is a small department doing a big job. So in other words, admissions is very important, and there's not many people in y'all's department, and you're having to deal with a lot of information, a lot of different people, and we're going to try to help y'all communicate that better. Y'all can't risk having poor communication given the importance of your department, so that's another reason that we're here to advise y'all. Our solution is to mainly just develop a strategic plan that can help the way that y'all communicate. And we're going to do that by developing a conceptual system that allows the department members to communicate and collaborate their problems among one another. So we're pretty much going to create a system to where when someone has a problem, y'all can work together better to solve the problem. And secondly, we're going to go through scenarios with the department to show y'all step by step, right and wrong, and how to deal with the problem. So will never come across anything that you don't know how to do it. You'll have a better plan of how to get it done, and you won't mess up. We hope that our plan will work for y'all, and y'all will be 100% satisfied like all the other universities that we have advised. And now, Victoria.
Thank you. Okay, so we did a chance to evaluate the communications already set in place, starting with internal communications. Basically, all department students of your general sense, they rely heavily, well, you all rely heavily on phone calls, in-person meetings, emails, a big one, and we noticed a start in group messaging apps and Skype meetings, but those aren't used as frequently. They try to work within themselves and their limits, and try to implement forms of technology-based communications rather than just having to wait to hear back to someone in work hours. You all are pretty good at just emailing and keeping in touch through basic technological forms of communication. As far as external, like Elena was saying, it is a lot. It takes a village, especially when you're trying to recruit new students to come to West Georgia. We've noticed that you guys are big on flyers, emails, letters, and social media is a big one definitely that we've seen you guys try to implant. Students who work for admissions, we've noticed that you are really good at calling schools and asking future potential students questions as why you want to come here, how can we help, how can we help with like financial aid. Also, word of mouth is a great way of communication, especially through peers and social media, spreading the word. There's also been a rise of on-campus tours, and so that's a great way to get students a very physical, like tangible experience of West Georgia. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you didn't see on the slide already, college fairs are a big one too, obviously. So we noticed that you guys are really good at coming to different campuses, but more locally, never so much out past, say, like Douglasville or so, but we noticed Carrollton a lot in schools in the area. Then we did a SWOT analysis to measure your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Big ones to say that is for internal strengths are communication through memos and emails and phone calls, obviously, and then like weaknesses is just a lack of communication among staff. Even though we have like these multiple methods, there are still some gaps in communication, and that's natural. Opportunities within internal are, like Elena and Mario mentioned before, just better communication, and threats are just incorrect information being transferred, especially when it involves student records. With external strengths, we have providing important information about applying to West Georgia to potential students. There's like a plethora of different ways to do that, and you guys are really good at that. Weaknesses are just competition with other schools like Georgia State or UGA and whatnot, and then opportunities are creating relationships with students. You'll have a great staff of students, and so by trying to implement them to really translate those messages to people their own age really helps. And then threats would be just students transferring or dropping out. I'm going to pass it to Michael Donovan.
All right. My job for West Georgia Consulting is doing the recommendations for the company. And the first thing that we really notice is like the school needs a lot of improvement on their recruiting methods. What we mean by this is like, number one is like, it seems like West Georgia tries to reach students only through emails, flyers, etc. They don't ever have any, excuse me, one-on-one personal interaction with people. Like in one way, like we came up with that could like improve this is like setting up more like college fairs at schools all over the Atlanta area, and even like as far west into Alabama or South Atlanta. That way, like students actually get like a real feel for like what the school's about, what kind of people they're going to be dealing with, instead of just like having to read something through an email or a flyer, to and then try to understand where you're going to spend the next 4 years of your life. Another thing with improving the recruiting is there's like, it seems the school only wants to talk about like your academics. All you hear is about what we offer, like what programs, whatever. But at this age, you need to have some fun with your life too. And we feel like the school does not explain like all the wonderful like extracurricular activities we offer, like our sports teams, Roof Life, for example, and all the various clubs that students can actually enjoy and have fun with. Another thing you might wonder, like to do these events, it's going to cost money, and the school always needs money. So we came up with the idea of some fundraisers that the school could do to fund this. The first one we came up with was a huge raffle throughout the school. Like each department, each building is able to sell different raffle tickets, and the prize would be like clothing or other like cool accessories from West Georgia. For example, like this hoodie you see here, and it could be anything from coolers, hats, anything this matter. Because whoever wins this off the raffle, not only do they win, but they're also advertising the school, which helps you to get more students because your name's out there. The other recommendation we had for a fundraiser was the importance of alumni relations. All of the alumni at the school, I'm sure, would be more than willing to help donate money to help fundraise, but we feel like the admissions department is not exactly communicating with alumni in the best way and trying to get donations. And we just feel like that's like a huge loss of what could potentially like save the school and help recruit more and more students year after year. And the last recommendation we have is improving the advertising techniques. One thing that we have noticed between all other schools but ours is commercials, television commercials. If you're just reading about somewhere you need to go to school, like, I mean, it's great to read, but you need a visual of what you're going to be attending. For example, when I was in college, the only commercial I ever saw for West Georgia was in my English 1101 class. I had no idea West Georgia even did commercials till I had to look it up on YouTube instead of it being aired on television. And we just feel like this could be like, you can reach more and more people because, let's be honest, we all like to watch TV. So the more and more the school gets their name out and advertises themselves, the more likely they are to have students. And the other thing we noticed is the lack of billboards that West Georgia has. Like one of our logos is like an interstate sign, like, and that shows that the interstate is very close to West Georgia, which is I-20. I've been down I-20 a lot in my life, and I've never once seen a West Georgia billboard. Nothing to advertise the school, nothing to bring attention to it. The only like billboards or even ads you see is around the school, and most of the students are going to be seeing that are either locals from this hometown or people that are already in school here. So that's not really like helping you to improve recruiting new students.
So in conclusion, I'd like to reiterate that we pride ourselves in going the extra mile to get the job done, and we'll do whatever it takes to make you completely satisfied with our work. With that being said, if our recommendations do not improve your organization's success over the next fiscal year, we offer a full refund for our services. And on top of that, if our proposal is accepted within the next 2 weeks, we'd like to offer a 15% discount. We look forward to working with you. Thank you for allowing us to present this to you. And remember, if you don't succeed, neither do we.
We also have like a quick career takeaway. Do you have time for that? Okay. I'll just ask, it's just a couple of questions about admissions, and if you get it right, you get a piece of candy. And if you get it wrong, you get a piece of candy too, because it's cool like that. So what is the percent of women and men who attend University of West Georgia? Does anyone have like a,
It's like 60% women and 32% male.
I think you're right, actually. Yeah, you're pretty right, actually, yeah.
I looked it up yesterday.
That's what I'm saying.
Which one of these is not a major offered at West Georgia? We can go to the next one. Landscape architecture, geology, and political science, or philosophy through law. Yeah, the landscape architecture. Correct, that's offered at UGA. True or false, non-traditional and homeschool students are not allowed to enter as freshmen. Yeah, false. Okay. Yeah, that'd be really stupid. They didn't offer that. Yeah, so West Georgia offers the Center for Adult Learners and Veterans as a means for non-traditional students to receive education. What is the minimum amount of credits hours required for traditional transfer students? 30. Okay. Correct. Yeah. I'll do it smart. What is the accepted rate at West Georgia?
100%.
Is it a flag? Well, it's actually like, it used to be like 60, but it went down, but just to get in there.
100% Babatunde. You would just let anybody in here, the riffraff and all?
How can you become more involved on campus? Stay your own all day, join yourself in organizations, or go home every weekend? That's okay. Does West Georgia accept Hope and Zell Miller scholarships? Yeah. You like, everyone gets candy. True or false? West Georgia does not accept that offer campus tours and treaty days. False. Yeah. Everyone has opportunities for university experiences themselves when they go west. So yeah. True or false? West Georgia has establishments for eating. True. Yeah. I think that's it. Oh, there's more. We can stop now. I just need a lot of questions. I was nervous. About time, but like, if y'all really want candy, I can pass out everyone. I don't know. Okay, thank you.
All right, let's ask some questions. How about some questions for team number 3? Team number 3.
Yes.
What risks are involved if you use your recommendations?
I mean, the risks that are involved with any recommendation when you're taking, no matter how professional a person or company is, their opinion, it's not proven to be 100% right, but especially with the universities, we have a 100% like success rate. So we've had over 16 years of experience helping universities like improve their recruiting and whatnot with admissions. So we feel that like our experience justifies that we will do the right job.
Why were working with consulting company as smart choices?
We've been around for a while, and we're very like credible and have merits proving that. And like Adeline showing her part of the statement of needs and so on, just showing the approval ratings are like between 100 to like 85%. So our methods have been proven to work before, and especially with universities across the board.
Question right here.
Why would working with your consulting company be a smart choice?
Well, as you saw from the table, everyone is very satisfied. So I think that we could really make things better around here, and everyone would just think it's a good thing.
If you don't succeed, neither do we.
Under the recommendation section, you said you were trying to get alumni involved. Like, can you give me some examples on how you would get the alumni involved?
I would say send out like emails and letters asking them to join the Alumni Association. And also besides that, have the school host more alumni events, get more alumni to come back, visit college, and that'll make them reminisce on all the great times they had here. And that way they'll be more willing to donate and become involved with helping the school better itself.
Some of the other examples we wanted to think of, like having some like golf tournaments for them, having like alumni football games where they can get them for free that day. So those are some of the things that we thought about.
Any other questions? All right, thank you.